So yeah, this is going to be a video on how I'm currently training. The reason for this is because this is the last week of my mesocycle, so after this I'm going to transition to a more Eric Bugenhagen style of training where a lot of stuff's going to be at maintenance and I'm going to be focusing on one exercise pretty much. So yeah, this is the last week. I'm going to be doing 4 sessions a week of full body stuff. I'm going to transition just to doing these same 2 sessions twice a week, so once each, and then my other sessions focusing on one specific lift. So yeah, at the moment I'm currently training for more sprinting. I'm trying to see what my top end speed sort of is, but the exercises aren't super specific to that. It's mainly the fact of these are the exercises that I like and I've been doing, and timing my sprinting training around that to optimize my recovery. Just starting off, this is a warm-up where I'm doing a tibialis raise, which is knees over toes guy exercise to strengthen the tibialis anterior, which has been really helpful for me because I have been getting shin splints after I'm still dealing with them, but working through them because of increasing my running load. But it's not too much of an issue. It's just like another muscle you need to work on because you don't train it too much from doing regular exercises. There's also sissy squats, another knees over toes guy popularized exercise to strengthen the knees. I've not really had issues with my knees before, but it's definitely something to watch out for. So I've been doing that as part of my warm-up sets. Then obviously you have to tell your dad what song you're listening to. It's pretty essential. So I do like 20 reps of this, roughly 50 or 60 with the tibialis raise, just like 3 sets as a warm-up. Then moving on to the big stuff, I've done a couple of warm-up sets before this, and then this is my first working set. 7 reps with a weighted pull-ups, probably my strongest exercise still. Like I said, this is last week of my mesocycle, so I've worked up from, I did 2.5 kg increments each week, just trying to maintain that 7 reps for 4 sets. I do have to rest on the. It's a form of not supersetting. It's a form of overloading where you do a short rest just to get a few more reps in. It's just something I end up doing on pretty much every exercise that I do. I've just always instinctively done it. Just get to that RPE like 8 or something, and then try and squeeze out a few more reps to get to that RPE 10 sort of thing. I'm aiming for like RPE 10 on all the exercises this week because it's the 4th week of the mesocycle. Again, 7 reps I've been working with for the overhead press. I do watching back at the footage, I do a decent amount of leg drive on my overhead press, so it's like hard to. So the progression, like it's obviously each week I'm going to be doing a different amount of leg drive, so it's hard to tell. Like it'd be easier to tell your progression if you're doing more strict, but I prefer for exercise like the overhead press, I prefer more of a full body movement rather than a shoulder isolation. So I'm not too worried about using a bit of momentum. I also superset this. I overhead press superset with squats because I don't have a squat rack, so I have to overhead press to get the barbell onto my back. So yeah, like I said, just take a 30-second rest or so, and then squeeze out a few more reps, but they're not the cleanest. Decent amount of leg drive. This is, so I do superset it, but this is just a different set just to get a better angle. Because so superset it, get the bar onto my back, just to do some squats. Have to go quite high on the reps, obviously, because this weight isn't super heavy for me. Obviously, because I'm more limited by what I'm prepared to overhead press. But yeah, squats is definitely something I'm weaker on, I guess. Well, I haven't had the opportunity to work on it, but it's definitely super helpful for the running, so I want to be doing that more. It's probably it'd be good to start going to the gym just to get access to be able to do heavier squats sort of thing. But I have been supplementing that with hack squats, which I'll do later on, as I can overload that more easily with the equipment I have at home. But yeah, I guess, decent form, but always room for improvement. It's definitely good to watch back these clips just to see issues I'm seeing in mine. Another superset, I do rows followed by barbell curls. Barbell curls is another thing where I prefer to do more cheat reps rather than super strict form. Yeah, like I don't look watching back the barbell curls, like the the concentric is probably a bit fast, but it feels under control when I'm doing it, and I haven't felt many injuries. Oh well, I haven't had any issues with it before, so it's something to definitely watch out for, and it's something I wouldn't have really picked up on if I hadn't filmed it. But squeezing out a few more reps, like I said, with the rest pause method on the rows, and then moving on to the barbell curls. I remember this session because the session was a couple of days ago, and I was knackered before I even started. Like the fatigue had definitely built up from the first 3 weeks of the mesocycle. And yeah, I was normally I'll start off by doing some sort of strict curls, but these ones I was going into the cheat curls from the get go. I definitely with the cheat curls I definitely try and just use momentum at the start and don't arch my back at the top. Obviously I do a little bit. But yeah, I prefer to just get a bit of a kip at the start and then use that only. But like I say, I still prefer it to just doing super strict isolation movements because yeah, I'm more focused on the compound movements and seeing where you can take them rather than isolating the specific muscles because I don't know, I'm not, yeah, I guess I'm more concerned with strength rather than isolating the specific muscles. Squeezing out those few more reps. Never the cleanest. And this is why I said with the hack squat, obviously I can go significantly heavier on it because I don't have to get it on my back. So I did regular squats with 65 and this is 85, but I haven't been doing it for that long. I've probably started the previous cycle, so yeah, 8-9 weeks sort of thing of doing these hack squats. And with the Eric Bugenhagen thing, this is one of the exercises where I feel like I'm planning to do deadlifts first and then move on to the hack squats. It's something I really want to focus on, and then maybe work on my weighted pull up again. Got a goal in mind for that. But yeah, for my running, I feel like definitely deadlifts. See how the improvements transfer to that, and same with the hack squat. Snatch high pull, just another shoulder exercise. I do roughly 8 sets of per body part per session, so it means that per week I'm doing 16 sets. And like I said at the start, I'm gonna cut that in half with just doing 2 sessions a week of full body stuff. So I'll be doing 8 sets a week, and that'll be interesting because I've been training for about a year and a half pretty seriously like this, and all the experienced people say is like, oh yeah, I barely need to train my biceps, I just do a couple of sets a week and I maintain it. But obviously as a new person, you're never sure when to do that. So it's going to be next week is going to be the time where 2 weeks time is going to be when I find out which body parts don't require as much work to maintain what I've got, sort of thing. With 8 sets a week rather than like 15, 16, which I've been doing for quite a while now. And just finishing off, this is another superset, obviously, with the snatch high pull, shoulders, and then concentration curls, just to get another curl variation in. But like I say, I prefer the more compound movement of the barbell curl. Yeah, these were fucking hard work. Yeah. So it might be the case that I end up eliminating these exercises when I guess simplify my training over the next however long it is. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. So there'll be a part 2 to this video with what I do in the second session of the week. And like I say, I train 4 times a week, so I do this session twice and then the other session twice as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.